I'm an adult of my spirit. I'm an adult of my mind. I'm an adult of my thought. I'm an adult of my body. I'm an adult of my love, and I love you, and I want to welcome you to Alpo. It's that time of day. It's high noon. Let's see if I can adjust this microphone because we're live. I love live, but it's always very challenging. And guess who's in from all the way Crete? Thank you, Amanda. Today is such an interesting day. Every time I get up, I'm like, what do I talk about here? I already know what I want to talk about, but it's about deciding what to talk about. Got many choices, many options, but it's the decision and committing to that decision on what I'm being inspired to talk about. Now, I want to just say there's a lot going on in the world right now. Hey, man, I heard Greece is on fire, girl. Stay away from there for now, girl. You need to be near the ocean. Stay safe out there. So anyway, I'm looking at things, and you've seen we've had $4.5 trillion. Who can even conceive that? 20 years ago, it was in the billions. It's like, oh, wow, 500 billion. Holy crap. It's like a nickel now these days. And yet, this whole time, they're supposed to do something for us, and absolutely nothing, it looks like, is being done for us. So what it did was it inspired me to come to my decision: is lying the new truth? And I realized, yeah, that's what it seems like to me. Truth equals trust, right? To believe someone's telling you something, you have to trust them first. And if they show you that they're trustworthy, remember the two things you want in a relationship. Number one, you want love. Number two, acceptance. Number three, trust. You don't have trust. You just left in the dust. So it's a must. Yes, I want to cuss, but it comes down still to trust. Interesting. I found this right here. Interesting. The further a society drifts from the truth, the more it will hate those that speak it. George Orwell. And it just so happens that I started, you see that? Animal Farm. It's an interesting book. If you haven't read it, or you read it, it's been a long time since you read it. It's only 56 pages. I thought of it as a really long book. And so George Orwell, this is like, he wrote also the book 1984, which was a little late, but I tell you right now, we're pretty close on where it is. So here's what it's coming down to. Who do you believe? Who do you believe? We're just going simply with the political situation. It's obvious the red pills protect the red pills, the blue pills protect the blue pills. And who's left in the middle? Well, it's us. And so this is what I've been talking about the whole time, about knowing both sides. Well, there's more than probably two sides now. There's probably another side which is controlling those red and the blues. And I don't want to get into that. If you go do your research, you can find it out yourself. So who do you believe? Well, if you've been in a relationship, and all of a sudden you find out that they weren't telling you the truth. They were lying. Okay. But then they told you the truth. And the truth hurts. I mean, right? This whole pandemic thing of acknowledging what it is, what the truth of it is, it really hurts. Drinking my favorite coffee mug here. Can you see this? My favorite coffee mug. 2016, the year I married the most amazing woman alive. Thank you so much. I'm lucky. So the truth hurts. But the lies hurt worse, don't they? When you've been deceived and you find out that hurts even worse. You remember that time when that happened to you? In a relationship, with a friend? And when you found out who this friend was, you found out it was all a lie. And sometimes you just don't know until you know. And what ends up happening is there's a goal here. Whatever, is that a good goal or a bad goal or whatever, but all these things that are happening to us, all the lies going around, what is it causing? What's the goal here? What's trauma? It causes trauma in your life. And, if you've grown up in traumatic situations and it's already on the edge of you, which we've all grown up in some type of trauma. So this whole scene here is about causing trauma to us. So we don't feel good. And we're always in a place of disappointment. Oh, man. That's the sixth time I entrusted that person. So not only the trauma, but there's some disappointment. And it leads to feeling like you're being abused. And that's what I'm feeling here in this whole situation that's no fault of our own. And so if it's feeling like an abusive situation, if you've been in an abusive situation, you know what that feeling is. A feeling of trauma, of disappointment, of being hurt. And what does that lead to? Insecurity. And so it not only when that person does that to you, or the situation that we're all in, it causes an insecurity that exceeds and goes out from the thought into this intention that we can't help it, of the trauma, the disappointment, the abuse situation, and the insecurity. And so where does that leave us? That the trust has gone out the window. And that's where I feel right now. I feel it for us. Now, when you get knocked down, they always say, the tough get going. When you get knocked down, the tough get going. And that's what we all have to do. We're in this place. And so what happens? It's coming back up. It comes back up. It's a recycled thing that comes. Now, if you've already have that in your life, then this is reiterating it more and more. And so it's coming down to here, and I'm like going with this. I'm looking at my own personal self-honesty. I'm looking at me. I'm looking at you. I'm reading. I'm understanding, and this is what I've come to, is that everyone is changing little by little right now. Do you remember when this thing first started? First, it was like, I don't believe it. Then you don't have a choice. So where has that left us? We've all been changing little by little. And it's for better or worse. And so, I'm looking here to put the positive spin on it. Stick with me here. See, nowadays, it's hard to tell the change that's going on in people. Because what are they doing? They're causing this division amongst us. People are going back out like nothing happened. Like nothing has happened. And then we see loved ones, no matter what, whether or not you took the shot, whether or not you didn't, but we still see this thing coming back. And so the best thing that I can keep saying to everyone here is staying in spiritual neutrality. What this does is it holds your spirit. It holds the strength of who you are without letting it escape, but also allowing you to see things for what they really are. And that is what's going on. So being in spiritual neutrality, it keeps your mind in check. Now, whether or not this puts us in a place of stress or whatever, I just want you to know we do our best I can. Me. By keeping my mind in check, by being in spiritual neutrality, I know that I have gone through things since I was a kid. Is that stopping me from living? No, because I worked through the process of knowing things change, things get better. You can only control what you control. There's no need getting upset. Live in the moment. Know that you can make it through this. So now, here is what the realization that as people that we really have to realize. And I know this is hard, but I'm going to have to say it. And I've been saying it, is that we're on our own. We're on our own as individuals. What the government gives us and helps us with, that's what it does. At the same time, we're on our own. And if we realize our situation, this is the thing that wisdom with mother teaches. First thing, know your surroundings. Know the people who you are with. Know your body. Know what's going on in your mind. Self-honesty allows you spiritual neutrality. You can say, that's another way expression. I'm about spirit. No matter what, you're still a spirit. Now, I know that we're all getting away from that and us be only trapped in the mind and the body. But at the same time, I'm here to tell you, we're still a spirit. You are. So this self-honesty, again, comes back down to this. The truth hurts, baby. It does. The truth hurts. Where we're at, it's hard to get in this realization. I was talking to my sis today. It's like we're in it for the long run here. Our own experience, age, wisdom tells us we're both like, this ain't ended anytime soon. And we have to understand that. Okay? High school was 4 years. When you came in as a freshman, you weren't going to graduate immediately. You had 3 more years after your freshman year. We don't know how long this is going to last. The truth hurts, but the lies hurts. The lies still hurt worse. Because if someone tells you the truth, if they're telling us the truth, but then we find out later, it was a lie all along. If someone steals something from you and you don't want to admit it, that's in denial. And the last thing we want to be is in denial, right? If you don't feel safe in your surroundings and you know it, and yet you stay there, then the adult responsibility, the adult of one's mind, thoughts, decisions, there's no one else but self-responsibility. Knowing that you were given the wisdom, but this isn't safe for you, and you got to get out. Baby, I get out. Anybody knows me, situation bad, I get out. I don't have no experience told me that. Losing money, physically harmed. Yes. Ladies and gentlemen, lockdowns are coming back without a doubt. Lockdowns are definitely coming back. I know the truth hurts. There's one thing you're going to hear from me is the truth. You make up your mind. Everything I say to you is well thought about and comes through what I consider the wisdom filter. Because I know it took me a long time to get here, and that's why I'm here now. So I'm going to give you another example here. Sydney, Australia is locking down. Sydney, Australia, the biggest city in Australia, is not just locking down. They're now telling you, and I saw the president or the mayor or whatever said, you can't talk to your neighbors. What? You can't talk to your neighbors. Now is not the time to talk to your neighbors. Wear your mask inside and out. And do not talk to your neighbors. Is that day coming for us? Anything's possible here. We saw what things happened. There's almost 5 million people there. And if you know any Australians, I've met a lot of them, and I love Australian people. They are free-minded. They're like us. Okay? They're like us. So if you met any Australians, man, they're cool people. So I could just imagine how that time is. So do we want to get to that? You can just see the press secretary. Now's not the time to talk to your neighbor. Everybody stay in. Stay in. So where do we go from here? We stay in spiritual neutrality and we keep working on ourselves. Eating right. Exercising. Maybe you can't go see people, but call them. Call them and see how they're doing. Stay in contact. I have people all over the place. All over the place. Y'all get calls from me. I'm calling to check on you. And I'm busy as all anything. But I'm calling to check on you. What do you need? Need any help? What can I do for you? Do you need a kind word? This is where we're supposed to be. And not judging of whether or not the one took the jab or not. Be careful out there. It's time to know what our reality is. You heard that expression? You can lie to me, but don't lie to yourself. Don't lie to yourself. Don't go into understanding of ultimate trust with these guys. Do your own studying. See, now I can go to the comments here. I got a lot of comments. Oh. Hey, Alpo. Yes. The news exaggerates everything. Yes. Yes. The news exaggerates everything. And it's great point. Why do they exaggerate everything, Amanda? Ratings, timeshare, time markets. That's why they exaggerate everything. If news was boring, nobody would watch it. No fires here. So you have no fires on Crete. Good. Good. Hey, Silky. Silky, I got to get a picture of you. Next time you come on, I'll have a picture of you. Hi, Comet. I'm here on YouTube and Twitch today. Yeah, thank you for giving me 2 shout outs. You know I do that for you too. You and Amanda. We put them on 4 screens. Okay. All right. I got you, girl. Silky says, hi, Amanda. Hi, Silky. So you read 1984. I got to read that again. That's another one I got to read. I got to read that. Big Brother is watching Abs, the Thought Police. Right. The Thought Police. I like that. The Thought Police. I'm about, now I like police myself. I know what you're talking about. Man, I love my police around here at IRA. Man, our police are nice. They're really cool. Absolutely. It hurts when someone lies to your face and you know for a fact they are lying. Now isn't that the worst, man? You know darn well they're lying to you because if I know you already tried to find out the facts, right? Then you ask the question like an attorney. See, when you ask a question to your attorney, you already know the answer. Silky, lies hurt worse than the truth. That's true. Because they don't have to. You don't have to lie. But it just seems that people have to lie. I've been lied to. I can't tell you now. How do you think I lost my business? Boy, was that a lie. Absolutely. Amanda, it's the fault of people who abuse animals that we continue to have pandemic. Yeah, I think that's part of it. Also, well, of course, the animals would tell you, hey, man, give me a break. Amanda, karate taught me how to take a punch to the face. You can't cry about it. I tell you what, when I get hit in the face, and I've been hit in the face, which I can take a punch. But I tell you what, if Muhammad Ali hit me in the face, I turn around and run. I ain't that dumb. I know when to stay and take it and when to leave. Great point. Silky, that is so hard to see people going out like it's nothing, like, oh, it's just survival of the fittest now. And, you know, it's interesting because I guess it would say that it is the survival of the fittest, but, you know, we thought with it, we've grown out of that. You know what I'm saying? You know, it used to be ups, and hey, it might come back down to it. I don't know. I really don't. That's good to learn to face a punch because you never know when it's going to come along and you need to move forward. And I've, you know, in a couple of my shows, and I do bring this up, is that you have to take it face on. If there's anything I'm saying here right now, it's we have to face it. We can't turn away because I can't see what's coming at me. We have to face it, and we're not alone. We find people that we can actually trust. That's hard to do. But again, we have to face it head on. Silky, I can handle the truth. Truth, please. I got that. I don't know if I told you this. Silky's Patricia Vidal and Silky Bliss were burner friends. She's actually from Chile, and you went to Chile, remember? So you two got that in common. I didn't even know that Silky was. So yeah, you guys all have in common. The ego gets hurt by the truth, but the soul wants truth. Perfectly said. I knew you were something about you. It's a great point. Oh, I just love the points you've been making in the comments here. So great. And I just love it that it's women. See, women are wise, but beyond you guys know. The ego is about self, and the soul is about love. The best outcome from everybody, even its self-loss. The soul it will always go back to love. The spirit always attracts love, is always looking for love, because that's what makes the spirit grow, right? It creates a toxic mental environment to see that you've been lied to. And this is part of, it's a great point there, Silky. Great point. This is why being where we let it roll off our back, this is part of that whole thing, is letting it roll off your back. And that is something that's learned, okay? And so when I say that, to being able to let it roll off your back, it's more like, I didn't do it. I'm not the one who did that. I didn't lie. And so I'm not going to take that in as a responsibility and taking on the toxic lie that they are. See, they're toxic and you're not. Okay. So, for example, when my business got stolen and I started having all this anger, part of that made me toxic. And I had to let it roll off my back. I had to take it until it rolled off my back. Because what happens is by accepting this mental toxicity, we become them and they win. And we don't want that. See, we don't want to have to take on their toxicity. Then we become them. Now we got two problems. Okay? Amanda, I don't want to be in denial unless I'm going to swim in Egypt. Before swim in Egypt. And I like that. By the way, I'm getting ready to come up with my stand-up. Been working on it. Can't wait to do it. Amanda, this area of Greece actually has a curfew, and you can't go out between 1 and 6. Also, you cannot play music at all, not even background music at restaurants. Dancing is also illegal. So you're talking about in Crete? Let me know that. I think you're talking about in Crete, okay? I understand the first lockdown, but now that I'm vaccinated, I'm angry that they are trying to continue lockdowns. At this point, people understand the risks of COVID and every person can choose. Now, the thing is about this and what's happening here is people who have taken the shot are getting sick. And so that's always been a whole thing here too. So it seems too tricky with the variants right now to not have mask mandates still. It's so tough, but way easier than more lockdowns. And that's I'm still wearing mine. I'm getting a really cool one, man. It's really even cool. So, we've been on it. We've just been really careful here at the house. Excelente. I can speak Spanish too. Excelente. Oh, neat about Chile. Yay, Dale. I'm not sure who Dale is. Oh, is that somebody watching? That's cool. Okay, and Amanda says, yes, it's the Heraklion. I hope I said that right. Heraklion area of Crete. as of yesterday. Oh, wow. See, I don't know. Keep us abreast, Amanda. And it's a 1 week lockdown. Okay. That's to get you used to the next week, by the way. So let's see here. All right, so here we are. Remember, sometimes we can get knocked down. Okay? And even knocked out. But now it depends where you fall. You could fall in the grass. And where are you at? Go take a nap. So just remember this for all of us. Be aware of your environment. Be aware of your safety. Always be safe right now. ABS, always be safe. And especially my good friends there. Oh, what did you just say here, man? Dale is a Spanish word. Oh, okay. Thanks. You got the degree in it. Stop showing off. And let's see here. Where are we? I just lost. Where was I? Here we go. Oh, I'm sorry. I've already clicked it. My aunt is still fighting for her life. We are hopeful. Oh, wow. We're sending some love out to your aunt. Oh, I hope she gets better. Is she in the hospital? Oh, good. Yes, we want to send out prayers and love to everyone who has COVID right now. It's better to be safe than sorry. We err on the side of caution. We've been at it for a long time. I have elderly. We take care of Tracy's mom, and we take care of my mom, and we have to. It's better to be careful. I understand it. I mean, and again, I'm not forcing myself. I'm just doing what I think is right for me. And again, this is America. Oh, yeah. Okay. Oh, she's intubated in the hot. Oh, wow. There's a big surge going on in Florida, I heard. We're sending her out love. Oh, you're welcome. And Tracy's in. Sorry to hear that, Silky. Sending love and healing prayers. Thank you so much, Tracy. We're sending all the love to her and prayers. Oh, I just really, really want her to get better. Let's hope she can make it through here, and she can make it through. We're sending out her love right now. We're sending out love to Silky's aunt. Oh, yeah. And girl, you stay safe back there in New York now. Also, you stay safe back there. Okay. All right. So listen, I'm going to get out of here. I'm way over my time frame, but boy, when I have all these great comments, it's just so nice. Thank you all for coming in here. I love the comments. It just literally adds a whole nother world to the show. And I love the interaction and the great questions and the great challenges about this. And we're all going to get through this together. All right. ALPOUGH. That's me. But call me Comment. I'll see you on Happy Friday tomorrow. Amanda, take care of yourself. Silky, Tracy, I'll see you in a minute.